EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. They start on the ground with Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
That's good for a Cowboys. 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Prescott on 1st down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
On 1st down, Hurts. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. This is caught inside the 15.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Sanders. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back near his goal line, it's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Oh, he fakes a spike.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
That's good.
First down, Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Back to Lamb. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Dak swinging this out quickly to Lamb. And they're going to get this up to midfield. They'll try the right side with Elliott. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit, because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. Schultz hauls in the quick throw. And the Cowboys are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
From the 2, here's 1st and goal. Elliott will take this into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in after report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Another run with Sanders. He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. Here's Hurts to throw. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts out to his left. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
That is caught inside the 5. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Hurts.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Throwing is Hurts.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They get this to Smith on the jet sweep.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Hurts throw complete there to Smith.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They're going to look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders from 4 yards out.
And the Eagles are back within a score.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Cowboys 14, Eagles 7. Jake Elliott to kick off 4 yards.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp. Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Kaiser White.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, Run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts.
This is Smith with a grab.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal.
Sanders not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Once again with Sanders. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
What a stand there defensively. They force the 3rd and goal, force them into what they think will be a passing situation, and then they make sure to lock up all the receivers and come away with the interception. Sounds simple, but that was really well done.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12.
Reed Blankenship delivering the hit.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Inside the 20. Now he's loose at the 40.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. A big play there on the catch and run. 81 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Elliott. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Here's a quick throw by Dak, complete out wide. Whistles in a timeout at the 2:05 mark. So this defense wanting to get one more pause in before the 2-minute warning, and they do just that.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So a big one coming now for Brett Maher. This to perhaps salt this one away. Maher able to put this one through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Let's go now.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. On 2nd and 12, Hurts. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action. Here's Hurts. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. 10th carry now for Elliott. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Prescott to throw. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.